JBZ1 here, and this is my D3 PvP setup. You can use this for last stand or in a dark zone. Don't forget to check the description for more links. And here we go, guys. Starting with my weapon of choices. The only weapon that you want to have on this one is MP5. You can even use like MP5 ST, Navy MP5, and MP7. The talent that you want to have on this thing is Hurried and Deadly and Responsive. You can change the responsive for component, but it's up to you if you want to do that, but I prefer responsive on it. For the optional secondary weapon, you can use like any weapon, and you can use it to pretty much like kill some PvE NPC, so you're not gonna waste all your magazine and save it for PvP later on. Now for my gear setup. I have a high damage setup, a frontline, that's a group setup right there, and a no ninja backpack setup. The first one is the high damage, which is a combination of 3 defense, banshee, or a predator with a ninja backpack. And the other one is a really good frontline setup. So this is basically like if you're in a group and you want to be tanky, this is the build that you want to have on your group. And if you don't have a ninja backpack, you can use a specialist backpack, vigorous chest piece, or anything that you want to add in there, but it doesn't really matter. It's really up to you which one you want to have here. Now let's move on to my skill abilities and talents combination. Combination of skills that I use on this build is first aid, booster shot. You can use overdose, it's really up to you, but I prefer booster shot to increase your damage. And of course a ballistic shield, because there's no point of using a defense build without a ballistic shield. And then the talent that I use on this one is on the move, combat medic, precision, and critical save. One is not as optional, but I prefer those 4 right there. And the reason why you're using precision is because you're not using pulse. Combat medic is also good to heal your allies. It's not just that, it also heals your any equipment, especially your ballistic shield, just like this on this video right here. Or you can run away, just find a nice cover, make sure your shield is not taking damage. All you need to do is just wait for a couple seconds and it will regen to its fullest, as long as it's not getting hit, that is. Alright, now let's move on to my major and minor attributes. There's a lot of information here. I know some people would not agree with me, but skill haste in this build is really good. Because shield is your primary, that's why you need skill haste in this build. I'm not gonna go through it, you can just take a look at it or pause it, and we're moving on to the next one. Now let's move on to my main status and gear mod setup. Starting with the high damage. As you can see, I'm using those 3 defense, banshee, or you can use a predator with a ninja backpack. The performance plan I'm using in this one is ballistic shield. But remember guys, you don't really have to copy this setup. You can pretty much just like, take some information in this build and put it on your own. But this is the way I'll put it on my setup if I'm gonna make this build. And this front line right here is really good for grouping. And the performance mod I'm using on this one, instead of like damage, I use a damage resilience. And the next one is gonna be the no ninja backpack. You can just pretty much just copy the one with the high damage and frontline group on this setup. Now for my weapon mods. The weapon mods I'm just using on this one, just pretty much like stack everything with critical damage. But make sure your muzzle and your optic has some critical chance and headshot damage. For grip, I rather a combination of a optimal range and accuracy is a good choice. And in the magazine, just pretty much extend magazine. This is the secondary that I'm using, is ACR. As you can see, it's 204. I only use this one to kill some NPC and just pretty much like stack up some stability on it. Those are the talents that I'm using in it, but you can use anything as long as it has determined on it. Well, that's all for this build. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. Remember that you don't really have to copy it. You can just take some of this information and put it on your build. More builds to come guys, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Till then guys, this is JBZ1. This is me saying goodbye guys. And boop.